Hi, YouTubers. Rebecca Roy here from BigLoveWaves.com. And I had I was going through my notes and I found this. It's kind of personal, but you know what? I think it's going to help a lot of people. And so I'm going to share it. I channeled this, I believe, probably sometime in April. All right. Shift your perspective to the universe. Sending me this to teach me what? And I was upset. I'm angry. Why do I have to start over? It took me 5 years to get where I am. I was arguing with the angels, my guardian angels, Archangel Raphael, who's always with me. I was arguing with him. And I know that sounds weird, but when you channel, you kind of do that. I was frustrated, annoyed, and really pissed off. Archangel Raphael says to me, "This is your training ground. These hardships are to teach you. Every challenge, every person, every lesson, even lessons of ecstasy. The universe does not waste. She uses every opportunity to evolve. You are part of the one, and as you were also an individual. Your individuality creates knowledge for the one. Everyone's experiences, which includes your experience, whether they're good or bad experiences, brings a new perspective. You struggled. You were on the ground experiencing the hardship. This is what changes you into the powerful being that you are meant to become. You have chosen unique abilities. When you experience deep emotions, this is what gives you the ability to transform them into something spiritual. Art, writing, music, sports, dance are all ways to heal yourself from the strife in which you have endured. These professions were created in a natural way for you to release your trauma. Project your trauma or your ecstasy into these forms of expression. You are feeling overwhelmed by emotion. Instead of letting the emotions consume your channel, channel them into something beautiful. Where do your talents lie? What is it that you are drawn to? What activities gives you a release? Your perspective needs to change from you are weak or in a weakened state. You feel vulnerable, but this is a false belief. Once you realize the implications of what is really happening, you will realize that the only solution is empowerment. Empowerment is what is happening to you. Everything is happening to you. You struggle. The hardship propels you into the powerful being you were meant to become. You have chosen unique gifts. When you experience deep emotions, you have the ability to transform these emotions into something powerful. This is a spiritual lesson. Put the energy into something beautiful. What are you drawn to do with this energy? Art, writing, music, dance, or sports? Maybe sending healing energy to the parts of yourself that feel damaged. Transmute what no longer serves you. These professions create a natural way for your energy to transform. If you are feeling overwhelmed by emotions, instead of letting them consume you, put them into a journal. Pour your thoughts onto the pages for you to reflect upon later. Go outside and meditate and allow the emotion to flow into the wind. Energy is meant to move, play, sing, paint, run, or play as if you were a child. However you want to consciously direct it, transmute that pain into something beautiful. Creation is a natural way for you to transmit energy. We are born creators. We do not naturally think of ourselves this way, but we are energy, and we can turn this energy into a beautiful creation if we so choose. We make choices every moment of every day. Your thoughts create your emotion. Your emotions create your reality. What is it that you want your reality to be? You are in complete control. You are not helpless. You are not a victim. You are strong, powerful light being with many gifts that you do not use because they seem magical. Humans have been taught that there is no magic to life, but life is full of magic. You, Rebecca, know this is true more than others as you speak to angels on a daily basis. You speak to people that have long since passed. This is a gift that most people only know about from books and history lessons. You learn from the masters. How can you say to me that you are weak, that you do not know what to do? You know what to do. You know everything that I am saying to you is true, but you are not applying it when things happen to you that you do not like. You consistently feel weakened. I do. If you are feeling overwhelmed by emotions, instead of letting them consume you, channel them into something. Write in a journal. Putting your thoughts on paper, create something, a painting, and dance or build. Go into nature and let your emotions flow into the wind. Energy is meant to move. When you consistently direct it, you prevent it from stagnating inside of you. The final step is transformation, and it is released. Once you have transformed, you must let it go. Holding on to the past and pain and resentment or anger keeps you tied to the emotions of the past. Visualize a bright white light surrounding any negative energy in your life and see it being purified and turned into love. Visualize this happening. Then you can send it back into the universe as a blessing. If a person has wronged you, instead of resentment, bless them and release them, not for their sake, but for yours. When you do this, not for yourself, you elevate your frequency. You rise above the energies that hold you down, and that is where your power lies, my dear one. When you are fully transmute the power of transformation, nothing in the world can break you. It doesn't mean life will never challenge you. It doesn't mean you won't face struggles. But it does mean that no matter what happens, you will always rise higher because now you understand the truth. You are not a victim of energy. You are the master of energy. You no longer absorb negativity. You transform it. You no longer dwell in pain. You evolve it. You know your fear. You know you can turn darkness into light. There is a place for the darkness. It is a tool to teach you. This lesson goes to all, and we can all learn from it. There are those that like to play in the darkness. There are those like yourself that only want to play in the light. This is the power that you have, and it is your time to own it. I want you to say, I am an energy alchemist. I transmute all the darkness into light. Feel how powerful you are. Feel it throughout your entire body. Allow yourself to feel the power. Allow yourself to be powerful. Stop telling yourself you are small. You are not small. God has a plan for you. You've known God has a plan for you since you were a child. If God has a plan for you, then you must allow yourself to be as big and powerful as possible. Remember this the next time you were presented with a problem, the next time that you were prevented from following your dreams or presented with pain and suffering. Find the lesson and do something creative with the pain. Then transmute it into love and give it back to the universe. And after you have created something beautiful with it, that is all, my dear one. Remember, I am always here for you. I watched him turn and walk away. Most of the time when I see archangels, I see their energy, love imprint. I think because I was so distraught, he came to me as an angel. And I was very distraught that my lung capacity has gone backwards. I don't know if some of you have noticed that in some of my YouTube videos of late, I'm breathing pretty heavy. And that is because I can't seem to catch my breath. And I was asking him, why did you put me back so far? I mean, I feel like I've lost years of health, healing, that it took me a long time to get where I was. And I was running back and forth across the street, and I wasn't out of breath. I could go anywhere and everywhere without my oxygen. Can't do that now. Maybe not Walmart. I'd take it just because something about Walmart. I don't know. But I'd take it, and I wouldn't really use it because I didn't need it. But I took it because there's still this fear that when I'm there, something's going to push me into the thoughts of I can't breathe. Because that's what it boils down to, is our thoughts. And Jesus told me a long time ago that I had diseased thinking, that my thinking would bring me to I can't breathe, and so therefore I can't breathe. And I'll see myself when a situation presents itself, I'll feel myself breathing heavy. And it's because it's an automatic response for me to do that, is to breathe heavy, because that has been my thought for a very, very long time, is when everything goes wrong, is that I will go to I can't breathe. So if you have moments of thoughts for yourself, for your own health, or maybe you are getting information but you don't really trust it or believe it, start believing it. Because I would not have shared this today unless Archangel Raphael asked me to. He asked me to share this with everybody, because he wants us to use these things that we're learning in our day-to-day. So when you learn something from YouTube or from, an inspirational person or a teacher or a coach or whoever, we learn these things, but are we using them? Or are we just going, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and then going on to our day and not changing anything? These things are happening for us to change. And I have gotten some channelings earlier before this that told me the reason I got COVID and then pneumonia and I had to go through all this was because I was refusing to heal. I was refusing to heal other people. And it wasn't that I was refusing to heal other people. It was that I wasn't ready, and they needed me to be ready. So I have now opened that up and started sending healings to people for free. And you can get the details in the description for a free healing if you want a free healing. I am a very good healer. I can't promise that I will heal you. And for legal purposes, this is entertainment purposes only. But this is what, I'm here to do, is I'm here when I come into everything that I'm going to come into. And we're all we're all layering it all in, and we're leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. And I've leveled up quite a bit. And I've got all my clairs on fire, and they're all coming through. And my healing is coming through. But what they've told me I'm going to be able to do, I can't do yet. But what they've told me I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to heal people in mass. And I know that I can heal people, but I'm not as confident as I was in it. And the reason being is I couldn't heal my son. And then I found out from somebody that I have full confidence in, that he was not meant to be healed, but that I did send him relief for his pain. And I believe that that's true, because he was taking the painkillers that they wanted him to take. He said he didn't need them, and he really didn't. So between me and my sister, I think we did send him relief. And sometimes you can't heal somebody because it's in their soul contract for whatever disease that they have. That's what they need to have. Apparently it's in my soul contract that I need to have emphysema. And so I have emphysema. But it's also in my soul contract that I'm going to heal myself. So at some point, I won't have emphysema. So I think what Archangel Raphael was trying to tell me was that I need to believe in my ability. And so they made this situation happen so that I would start pouring that healing into myself again, because I wasn't. I was just assuming I'm healing and just going on about my day, doing what I do, and, doing readings and doing classes and stuff, doing what I do and not even thinking about the healing. And they're like, oh, no, you don't. You're going to heal. You're going to be healing people, and you're going to go back in and start healing yourself again, which I have been doing, and I have been getting better and better and better in increments. And it just all depends on my confidence is really what it's all about. It's my confidence. And when you do start, or if you are channeling, you're going to argue with your guides, you're going to argue with the angels. And if you're lucky enough to have an archangel coming through, you may end up arguing with them because he is always in my head. Always. He's always there. And so, yeah, I argue with him, just like you argue with, people that you feel are higher than you. But we're all one. So he handled me with kid gloves, but he loved me the whole time, And it wasn't like I was going bat crap crazy on him. I was just telling him I'm mad. And I was really mad. And now I get it. But it took me a long time to get it, because I got better in April, and I got this in April, but it's now the end of May, almost June, before I actually really got it. I mean, I got it that day, but I didn't get it until now. And now I'm really getting it. I really get it. And so I'm looking at what I've been doing, and have I been incorporating the knowledge that he's been teaching me in my day-to-day? Yes, I have. Have I passed some tests? Yes, I have. Have I failed some tests? Yes, I have. So we're all learning, we're just in progress is really what it is. And as we progress through this ascension and we build up on all the things that we can do and all the things that how we can help with the ascension and how much light we can spread, as we're spreading that love and light, as we're spreading it and spreading it and spreading it, we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's all of us. I mean, maybe our size isn't getting bigger, but our abilities are getting bigger. And the more that you do it, the more you can send. And I think that that's the biggest thing that he wanted me to realize, was that the more that I heal people, big or small problems, the more that I heal myself, the more I can do. And not to put it off and say, well, I'm not confident, so don't do it. No, do it, and then your confidence will come. And my little dog, Molly, she wants to go out, so I'm going to have to bring her outside. But I'm going to send all of you a big love wave. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.